There you have it right there. We're ready for the World Heavyweight Championship match that, depending on who you ask in the community, will it main event night one? Will it not main event night one? We have a major tag match, which could main event night one, but I think if they're setting up what I believe, this will be the main event of night one. It's SummerSlam this week, the biggest party of the summer. That's right. Saturday and Sunday, the first ever two-night affair. 6 p.m. start time, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. Yours truly, God's favorite host, back here live. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus CM Punk, as we are the best of the best of the best. Hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, give it a nice Gunther chop. And go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, all that stuff. If you made it this far, as I mentioned, leave a comment down below. This is a match that, in today's landscape of wrestling, where the term dream match is overused, I know these two have dabbled up a little bit on the holiday tour circuit, the super show circuit, the house show circuit of having matches, and even, I believe, a steel cage match during Gunther's first run as World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther is one of the best wrestlers in the world. If you were to say he is the best wrestler in the world, I would not argue with you. He is a great wrestler, great talker, a great villain, foreign heel prick. And CM Punk, he's the best in the world. They say he is box office still to this day. Now, there are a lot of ways this match could go. Gunther just literally won the World Heavyweight Championship back from Jey Uso. But this is the type of feud, this is the type of match that Gunther needs and the World Heavyweight Championship needs on Raw to really elevate it. It really doesn't main event many PLEs. It's usually the first match on a lot of big shows. So having this as a main event is major. And it would lead me to believe that they want to end night one, the first night of a two-night SummerSlam, with something big, something major, something to get the people talking. Now, there are a lot of ways, like I said, we can go with this. We could have Gunther beat CM Punk. That could happen. This could be the first of multiple matches. We could have a situation where Punk walks out with the championship, hitting into Monday Night Football, hitting into the fall, hitting into the busy time for television. Why not have one of your biggest draws, one of your biggest superstars holding one of your biggest titles on your flagship show now on Netflix, CM Punk? That would get people watching, that would get people tuning in. But the elephant in the room, many of us have heard it if we've been scouring the interwebs. Is Seth Rollins' injury a work? Is this all leading to? Remember, Seth Rollins said he had a plan B. Remember, he said he will die before he lets CM Punk become World Heavyweight Champion. Now, do they have another heist of the century too? The first one was at WrestleMania. This one will be at SummerSlam. He cashes in, makes it a triple threat. We think he's hurt, and he reveals that it was a ruse all along, and we get a work in wrestling that actually maybe makes some type of sense. And he cashes in, makes it a triple threat, pins CM Punk. Then, if Rollins wins the title, what do you do with CM Punk? Are we going to do Rollins and Punk again? Because Rollins just winning the title, he's not going to probably drop it right back to CM Punk or Gunther in the next month or two. I think if Rollins does cash in, he's keeping it till Mania. Then maybe you could have Sami Zayn win the Rumble, as we mentioned, and then beat Seth Rollins. Now, also, could it be a situation where you could see, okay, Seth comes back after Punk beats Gunther? Punk gets his moment. CM Punk is finally a world champion again in WWE. Night one is about to go off the air. Everyone is happy. Maybe you get some type of celebration. And then we hear burn it down. CM Punk is looking confused. He's probably mouthing off, hey, I thought you were hurt. You're not ready to come back. What are you doing here? Spoiling my party? And then maybe he throws off the crutches or hops out of the wheelchair, however they want to play it up for dramatic effect. And then he eventually attacks Punk, or I guess after maybe his boys participate early in the night in the tag match, they assist with Punk getting beat down, and then he exposes that he's not hurt, and he cashes in, executing Plan B, walks out of night one of SummerSlam as the new World Heavyweight Champion for a second time. Like I said, I don't know if I want to see that. It's kind of been debunked. So if it happens, it's not as much as a surprise, because a lot of people have kind of caught on that this could be a work. We know we've seen the pictures of him on the crutches. We've seen the injury. Maybe he did have a minor injury that he needed to have time off for, but it sucks because not having Seth on TV for the past month, building up to one of your biggest shows of the year, your first two-night SummerSlam, kind of sucks, especially with this new heel faction. And you kind of wonder, well, does this faction even need him anymore? But nevertheless, I think I'm going to go with the shock factor. I think I kind of like it better instead of it being a triple threat because we get so many multi-matches. I would let Punk beat Gunther, walk out with the championship, or think he's about to walk out with the championship. Thus, then maybe getting the big celebration. Everyone is chanting his name. He's the best in the world. He's finally back on top of the mountain in WWE. Then we could hear the music. He is discombobulated, confused. Then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed could attack him from behind. And then as he's looking up, fighting for breath, he sees that Seth isn't hurt. He sheds the crutches. He stomps him. His lights are out. Seth cashes in for the 1, 2, 3 and walks out of SummerSlam Night 1. You're world heavyweight champion. That would get people talking. That would get people like, oh my goodness, this is really a work. I haven't seen one of these in a while. And Raw is going to be crazy tomorrow. Then you could do Seth Gunther. You could do Seth Punk again. You could do Seth Punk Gunther in a triple threat. Maybe at Clash at Paris. Maybe that's where we're headed for Clash in Paris. Maybe we get a triple threat with Rollins walking in, and we get Gunther and Punk in there fighting for it, and we get a triple threat match. We know WWE loves their multi-man and multi-woman matches, especially for titles. That could be a way to do it. Big time draw of a match for Clash in Paris. You know, Gunther's going to be on the card. It's an international show. Punk's going to be on the card, and if Seth's able to go, you need him. He's your top heel on Raw. But I don't think Gunther's taking the pin regardless. Only way I see Gunther taking the pin is if they let Punk beat Gunther. Punk thinks he's about to walk out with the title. Then Seth executes the cash in. I want to hear from everybody in the chat, though, because there are so many different ways this could really, really go. But it's going to be intriguing because Gunther slapping CM Punk, throwing him around the yard. It's going to be crazy. Can Punk hold up? I think he can. I think this will be a fun match. I think it'll be a good match. I like both guys. It's not really much of a story. Punk pretty much won a gauntlet. He's the best in the world. He wants to be world champion. Gunther's not going to let that happen. Okay, whatever. Wish it had more time to build, but this match it's time for this match to happen. What better way than on a SummerSlam 2-night event? Punk possibly gets his second main event at a major show, so he'll be able to say he main event at WrestleMania and SummerSlam in the same year. But it's going to be intriguing to see what they do with this matchup, how they try to make sense of all of it. We'll find out. If we don't see Seth, then he must really be hurt. He might really be hurt. But I think we see him. I think we get that cash, and I think they want to one up the heights of the century. They want to get people talking. The WWE Unreal shows out. There's so many ways they can go with it, but I think we do get the cash in on Punk. Punk wins, Seth cashes in, and we go from there. Maybe a triple threat at Clash in Paris. But let me know your thoughts on the Seth Rollins injury. Is it a work? What do you do with this match? Who should be world champion? And Raw needs this, though. They need guys like Punk, guys like Gunther, guys like Rollins battling for the World Heavyweight Championship. We don't want the World Heavyweight Championship to be a consolation prize as CM Punk had a Freudian slip on Monday, but we want it to have meaning, have story, and be the focus of a show and be a main event. But make sure you slap that like button like Gunther, GTS that subscribe button, Pepsi plunge that bell. Let me know in the comment section if you made it this far, your thoughts on this match and any others. We will be live for WWE SummerSlam Night 1, Night 2, 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. Yours truly, God's favorite host, signing off. Let me know your thoughts down below. I am intrigued and I'm invested in this match because there's so many ways they can go with it. And if it's main eventing, you know it's going to be some tomfoolery, probably a ref bump, overbooking. WWE loves to do that in their main event. So we'll see what they do here on Night 1 Saturday.